Well, today we are finally getting around to, attempting to install our solar panel. So the trouble we're having is mounting it. We didn't modify the arch for the solar panel. That is a fairy. And we didn't know how we were going to mount it or in what configuration. And we still don't really know.
You might remember that right before launching the boat, Logan rewired our entire boat and installed some new electrical equipment. That system is all up and running now, except for the solar. Oh, well, that's good, I guess. So that's what we're about to install. Oh, and by the way, I'm Taryn, this is Logan, and we've been rebuilding our steel boat for almost 3 years now. Okay, back to the solar panel situation.
We're gonna put some angle iron across it on the bottom, some aluminum angle iron, to kind of stiffen it up a bit because it is quite a long panel. Be a lot easier with the workbench.
Yeah, no doubt. This panel is a 410 watt bifacial from Lumera.
There you go, you got some solar.
Yeah.
Almost.
Smoke on her.
We originally had 350 watts over 3 panels, but they were large and bulky and old, and that amount of solar power was definitely not enough for us, especially on the shorter days. This panel was a great deal at Harbor Chandler in Nanaimo, so we snatched it up and here we are. We honestly aren't sure how much solar we're going to need, but figured that this would be a great place to start. The aluminum pieces were installed on the solar panel to align with brackets that were already installed on the arch, both for ease of mounting and for added strength. Working?
Wish I could have stayed in bed. Close.
So we had to go out and buy this fancy thing, well, not the drill, the bit and the extender, to get a couple of holes drilled so that we can actually get everything up and together. Problem solving, man. Because we can't fit the drill in right here. Oh, you can't see that. So the drill bit has to go in and up through here and drill a hole right there. But the problem is that this bar comes in at an angle, and because of that, we couldn't get the drill in. So we had to buy that extender. And it's proving to be more difficult than we'd hoped to get that hole now.
We finally did it. We got the solar panel mounted.
And the sun's really bright apparently because you're squinting.
It is really bright.
What about over here? Is this better? No?
No, it's worse. Because the sun is over there. So, it's mounted. It used to be really, really flexy, and now it's only sort of flexy. It's pretty rigid on the frame. It's just such a big panel, and the glass is so thin. Yeah, and it's a little bit different, I think, with the
Bifacial?
bifacial, yeah, having it clear like this.
Yeah, it's just thinner. Because if you look at the other panels on other people's boats, like Jared's next door there's like another coating that they put underneath the panel. Those aren't bifacial.
So, yeah, these brackets are the ones I just made up, and that's an airplane. We made these brackets last weekend, and they're all on there and mounted nicely to the arch. And then I just made up this bracket, which is, I put some 3M double-sided tape to stick to this connector thingy,
Yeah.
And then
Made it slidable, right?
yeah, I made it adjustable, so this back piece of angle iron here is slotted so we can move it up and down in case we want to change it later.
Cool.
But yeah, and it's just kind of stuck to the
panel.
the thing now.
So what's the next step? Because the panel's not hooked up, I guess, yeah?
Yeah, the next step is running the wires from the charge controller through the deck and then up inside the arch and then tying them into here, which I will probably do right now. There we go.
Does that mean it's hooked up?
Yeah,
It's charging?
I don't know.
Should be.
Should be. It made noises, so.
So you're trying to connect to the MPPT controller?
Oh yeah, it's putting in not very much because there's still a blanket on top of it, but it's still putting in 17, 26, 32 watts, 37 volts.
But only 0.9 amps. Okay, so we should take that sheet off.
Yeah, plus our batteries are like fully up right now, so it's probably not gonna go to full, but let's see what happens. Well, are we ready to see if this can handle the sun?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Caught on.
Everything.
Everything is wrong. All right. That is a solar panel.
It is. We haven't even peeled the plastic off the aluminum
I
yet.
know. It's kind of nuts.
But I think the batteries are pretty,
Close to topped up.
yeah, let's see. Ah, it says the batteries are 80%.
But the panels are dirty. And it's, like Sean said, 6 o'clock, so the sun angle's a bit
Yeah,
lower.
the sun angle's not very good. But it is working.
Awesome. High five.
Another project off the list.
Definitely. Sean's down in the hole peeling paint off of wood.
Why is there paint on wood, Ray? Darren?
Because I'm a messy person, Sean. That's why. Because
Do this to the wood.
I didn't mean to. It was an accident. It wasn't just me. Logan did it too. There was a lot of paint going on in very uncomfortable spaces. So the marina that we're in right now is pretty good. I mean, for what it is, it's great. It's exactly what we need. But there are some very quirky things about it, and I'm going to show you one of those very quirky things right now. So we are at, well, we're half an hour past low tide right now. You see this? That's land right there. We only have 7 feet under our boat right now. This is the craziest thing. Look at that ramp. You probably can't tell yet, but it is ridiculously steep. There is a rope that goes all the way down so that you can pull yourself up climbing, because it's at such an angle that it would be really, really easy to fall. And I mean, the shore is literally right there. This dock that I'm standing on is definitely sitting on land right now. So the issue with this, I mean, it's whatever, but when the tide is this low, it's really hard to get Max up and down because he has a hard time walking on this. I don't like it either, but I can do it. Max coming down is pretty scary. So that means that we're stuck here for another hour and a half, 2 hours, even though we're done the job we were doing because we can't get out. Well, Max can't get out. And the other nuts thing is that this is not the lowest that it gets. So, like I said, we're half an hour past low tide, and it was only like a 0.6 meter tide or 2.4 feet, whatever. Yesterday and the day before we had below chart datum and had to climb up and down that thing, so it's crazy. See this? That ladder is out of the water. So in a minute here, I'm going to introduce you to Jarad. So Jarad has been one of the 2 people that has helped us out with a lot of the electrical that we put onto the boat, the new stuff. He is very knowledgeable about Victron especially, which is like what we're trying to replace our old stuff with. And the reason that we're going with Victron is because the upgrades that we do now, even though we're not going to lithium, should be able to be used for lithium in the future, which is what we're hoping to switch to. We just don't have the funds for it right now. It's expensive. So in order to get this system figured out, which is a lot because Logan and I, neither of us are electricians, we've been going to Harbor Chandler in Nanaimo, and these two guys, so Jarad and Austin, have been absolutely amazing for helping us out and getting our stuff figured out. And our system is working incredibly well right now. So their knowledge took us a very long way and helped out so much. The other thing is that Jarad is the only reason that we even have a space right now. So it's his boat that we've been rafted up to for the past few weeks, and it's him allowing us to be here that's letting us get this work done so much faster than it would have been done if we were stuck at Newcastle, at Seysuchen, or if we were out in Mark Bay. So we are very grateful to him, and he's just a great guy, so I thought that we would give him a little chance to showcase what he does and to tell you about him, and hopefully finding this out is useful to some of you if you're coming through Nanaimo and you need some electrical work done. So yeah, here's Jarad. Alright, so I'm here with Jarad, this guy, and he works at Harbor Chandler but also runs his own company. You want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
I'm a ABYC certified marine electrician. And my company's name is Neptune Marine Electric. And I specialize in Victron components, everything boat pretty much. And basically the biggest thing for my business right now is lithium upgrades. That's been the big thing lately. I just wanted to step back and regain my passion in working on boats. So I got a job at the Harbor Chandler. They had already known me for quite a long time. So it was a pretty easy transition as I already really extensively knew the product line. It's really probably the best job that I've worked for somebody like on a payroll that I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
I respect all of my bosses to where I genuinely care about them and they genuinely care about me, and that's a first for me. You know, a small mom and pop kind of ran shop, so that makes showing up to a job every day like that awesome, and it gives me a position to properly launch Neptune again.
Well, it's been about a month now of charging the batteries completely off of this one solar panel. And thanks to all the help we received at Harbor Chandler in creating this system, we can happily say that this panel is doing a fantastic job of keeping our batteries charged up. Even on cloudy days, it adds power to the battery bank. Whether or not it will be enough in the darker months is yet to be seen, but we will keep you updated as that develops as well. If you would like to hear the full interview with Jarad, where he shares even more about his knowledge of electrical systems, you can do so over on our Patreon. Jarad also is a steelboat lover and has his own steelboat, which he's sitting on in this interview.